So why companies are just required ERP solution? So as I told you, SAP is also a ERP solution, but why companies just required a ERP solution? So let me give you a very practical example so that you can relate about that. Why companies just required a ERP solution? Just take an example. There is a XYZ coffee shop, and they are just selling cup of coffees. Let's suppose they are just selling 100 cup of coffees every day. So for that, what they just require, they have to procure coffee beans, they have to procure sugar powder, they have to procure, right? So they have to procure, so they have to procure sugar bean, like coffee beans, sugar powder, milk powder, that all they have to procure, right? and and they have to store all inventory, they have to manage the inventory, like how much is required for, let's suppose they are doing planning for next 15 days, how much inventory is required for next 15 days, how much it's required, uh, how much coffee powder is required, how much milk powder is required, how much sugar powder is required, how much that disposals are required. So all that they have to do a planning also, and they have to store, and they have to manage the inventory. As per that, they also must have a HR, like who is responsible to hire and hire employees, like good employees in the company. So that's also, they just required HR department, they have to do planning. But they can manage everything on a piece of a paper or on an Excel sheet, because they are just selling 100 or 200 cup of coffees every day. They don't require any ERP solution. If they are going to ask to me, as like you are a senior consultant or you are a lead consultant, what's your advice, I will simply say no, you don't require any ERP solution. Don't go for any ERP solution, because how many transactions you are doing, at max 100 200 transactions you are doing every day, so it's not required. But if you just talk about Starbucks are also doing the same. They are also selling cup of coffees, they also procuring they are also procuring coffee beans, they are also procuring sugar powder, they are also procuring milk powder, right? They also managing their inventory, they're also storing their inventory. They also have their HR department to hire and fire, good employees to hire and to fire. They must have a HR. Okay, they also have to do planning, like let's suppose every day they are selling, at single store they are selling 4,000 5,000 cup of coffees, and they also have a different varieties in that, just like a cappuccino, or there are so many varieties are there in that. So they also having all these things, whatever that XYZ coffee shop is having. But in Starbucks there are thousands and thousands of stores. They are every day 3 4 5,000 different transactions are happening. Sales team, complete dedicated sales teams, complete dedicated procurement team is there. So in that case it's a huge organization structure. So as Starbucks is a huge organization structure, if they are going to ask to me, they like, do we require a ERP solution? Definitely yes, they require a ERP solution. So I will definitely suggest them to go for any ERP solution. And I can proudly say Starbucks is using SAP as a ERP solution. Hope this is clear to all of you. So thank you.